Hello artists! We are going to be showing you how to create a loom using a Y stick. So I went outside and I found a stick that kind of is in the shape of a Y. And at the beginning it's hard to see because I picked a really big one. But all I did was I tied a knot around one side of my stick. And then I started to just wrap it. This is called creating a warp. A warp is the string that is going, it's going from one side of the Y to the other. And you can see I'm going to start to use some tape to hold the warp in place, because what happens is when you're wrapping it, the string or whatever you're using to wrap it with will start to slide down the stick. And that makes it really challenging to keep your spacing kind of even, which you would want to do. So I'm just adding some tape, and I can always take the tape off at the end when I am done with my weaving. So I'm just wrapping it around, just kind of spinning it in a circle and wrapping it up as I'm taping it. The reason I chose this project for 4th grade was because before school closed, we were finishing up our clay projects, and we made our clay projects into looms. And so we've done this weaving part, except we haven't wrapped the warp ourselves. So really pay attention to how I'm twisting this up and taping it, trying to keep the spacing even, and then you'll start to do the weaving process, which you learned at school. So for other vocabulary, we were talking about the process, what I'm doing right now. This is creating the warp. After that, we are going to start weaving, which that kind of yarn is called the weft. So I might use that word soon too, and that's the process of the weaving, is the weft. So that is going to be going up and down vertically from the horizontal warp that we just created. So as I was starting this video, I've been having some technology problems, and I actually lost part of the video. So you'll see here that I already have some of it done. How I started though is really simple. I just tied a knot to the first warp string at the top, and then I started the weaving process. You can see as I'm weaving, I just go up and down, up and down. It's a lot like swimming. You go under the water, you come up for air, and then you go back under the water. You can see here too, I'm going to start to run out of my yarn or string. If you do that, all you do is you tie another piece of yarn or string to the end that you are running out with. So right here, I'm going to start to tie those together so that I have new string. And then I just cut it short so that I don't have all those little pieces sticking out. After that, I'm going to continue to weave. Something you'll notice at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the back side. And I've never done this before, and while I was weaving it, I realized that I was only weaving on the top part of my warp. So I didn't go all the way through to the bottom warp strings. When I realized this, I decided to make sure I was weaving using all of my warp, and you'll see that in a second. So this is the back side, and you can see my white warp strings that the weft did not go over top of those bottom ones until further on the left side. And that's okay, because I could always go back on that side and weave there as well. So it works either way. I hope you enjoy this project and have lots of fun.